The 58 secret Brexit studies. You'd probably like an update, so here we go. There are two routes. One is the public legal route and the other is the parliamentary route. And 2 days ago I talked with Joe Morm, who's heading up the legal public route, and just last night Hilary Benn was giving a lecture for the Campaign for Science and Engineering, so I asked him from the audience about the parliamentary route. So I feel well topped up on information now to let you know about both of those. Starting with the parliamentary route, it was demanded from David Davis's department, following all the voting, that he hand over to the committee for exit, the Select Committee for exiting the EU, all of the studies. And that should be coming through next week. Now, Hilary Benn himself made it clear that he wanted to see the studies in the form that they were in when that request was made from Parliament. So he's kind of expecting two versions, or demanding two versions. One is that original, and then the second one is a tidied up version if that's what David Davis has been busy doing. So that's coming through next week, and then that committee themselves will analyse what parts can be released to the public and what parts should be redacted, such as those that relate to company secrets. So that's that one, and there should be some good fireworks about that next week. In terms of the legal route, the Green MEP Molly Scott Cato, along with the Good Law Project that's headed by Joe Morm, put in a final demand to David Davis and Philip Hammond for the 58 secret studies, plus a Treasury report which has not been released about how our trading arrangements with the rest of the world would look outside of the EU versus how it is now. So that comparison is, they said, we've heard that you've got this report, we want that from you too. So it's to David Davis and Philip Hammond demanding the 58 Brexit studies and also this Treasury report on trade. And they say if we don't get these within 2 weeks, then we will sue. So they're anticipating that they'll go down that route, probably again next week or the week after, which would mean it would go straight to court in December or January, maybe also go through the Supreme Court as well. If there's a judgment on that, then maybe that all then gets forced out during the spring. But anyway, that's another angle of leverage in getting out not just the 58 secret studies in all of their glory, because the argument is made in this, we don't believe that there is rationale for keeping things secret from the EU because we've spent the last 40 years using the EU as a civil service to tell us about our own economies throughout Europe and how they compare. Their information is probably better than ours. In fact, that David Davis is probably spending all this time cribbing information from the impact studies that the Commission has already done on Brexit. But anyway, so that's the entire package of what we're doing to try and get the information out from government so that we can all discuss it and see what's going on.